Hello everybody and welcome back to Final Fantasy the Crystal Chronicles. In this video we're going to be taking on our first dungeon in the Vale of Alphataria, Tida. So we're going to dive right into here and see what new stuff awaits us.
The sun once smiled on this village more than any other. But one day, their crystal's blessing faded. The villagers eagerly awaited their caravan's return. But for them, the crystal would never shine again. It is said that not a single one of them tried to escape. All stood fast, waiting for the caravan, hoping to the very end. After hearing that tale, I felt the weight of my burden like never before.
Alright, so here it is. This is the village of Tida. Pretty unoriginal, seeing as how our hometown's original name was Tippa. But anyways, the village of Tida on your first year is actually very, very forgiving. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and insert the bios of enemies we're going to be running into this area right here so you guys can see them. And then we're going to get started. So, first thing we're going to do is come to the left, and there is a chest with some phoenix down that we can grab. And then we're going to continue on. So this area, the only word I have to say to you is fire. One word only, and that is fire. Fire will be your lifesaver in this dungeon. Don't even bother picking up blizzard or thunder if you find it. Fire is your savior. And just magic in general is a savior. Unfortunately, because my magic power sucks, I might suffer a little bit, but I should be fine. If we come up here to the north, we have one of these will change our element to wind, which we don't want to do because we don't have a use for wind at all. So I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. There are some chests we can grab, however. That's a clear stone, and there should be just that one in there. So that's about it. Up there, you might want to pick up the clear stone because a lot of these enemies have the capability to poison you, but I'm not going to bother. I'm not too worried about it. As long as I have a cure stone, I'm not really all that worried. So we've seen the gremlin before, so he's easily defeated. Pick up that fire spell, very, very important. This is a worm. It can poison you, and he just did because I didn't get out of the way in time because I wasn't paying attention. So if you get too close to these guys, they'll most likely poison you. If you're far away, they will probably cast lightning. So just, use your judgment wisely with these guys. But overall, use fire on them. Just burn them to death with fire, and you will have no problem at all. They are very, very easily defeated with fire. I think 2 or 3 different hits of fire will do it. So, they can be easily taken care of. They're just a bit stronger of the versions we saw in the Mushroom Forest, so not anything different. Just gonna continue up this dark and scary place. I mean, this place is extremely depressing, to be completely honest. But I don't know why, but I actually like this place. In other cycles, this place can be an absolute nightmare. just because they amp up the enemies so much, and they bring in some really strong enemies. And because this area is very crowded, you can see like there's not really all that space for me to move around. It can become very difficult, but in this first year they kind of go a little bit easy on you. And this is the only real path to take, so it's also very straightforward. I mean, I kind of dove off a little bit, and I went and got a chest and stuff like that, but for the most part, this place is very, very easy. Very straightforward, and you'll see a lot of the same enemy in here, because there's only 5 or 6 different enemies in this area for the first year, so you should be just fine. They have some good materials as well. A lot of these enemies drop really, really good materials for crafting. You'll pick up some alloy, some bronze, I found, stuff like that, which can be used later, which is why I went and emptied out my bag, because when I was doing practice, I found that I actually ran out of space, and I had to sacrifice some items that I didn't really need. I just kind of destroyed them, which kind of just took up some time, and I didn't really need to do that, so I took care of it ahead of time. Like I said, you don't really need to bother picking up Thunder or Blizzard or anything. It's not going to be too much use to you, so I'm not going to bother. And as you can see, this area is a bit harder just because you can see they're kind of stepping up their mobs a little bit. We're surrounded by a lot more enemies at different times. Like this is like a big mob of 4 of them. They're all attacking you at once. It can be really annoying. So you just gotta watch your back. Plan wisely. You can use things like spells from a distance for a lot of these enemies here. Focus attacks, things like that. Really help things along really, really well. These guys here, of course, are going to explode once you defeat them. It's just like at the Mine of Cathariggs. They're going to do the exact same thing, so make sure you stand away after you defeat them. And we're going to go ahead and pick up our loot. And our key. Now this key goes to the southern area of here. Now you'll notice that this is covered by something, and you can't put the switch down, you can't attack, you can't nothing. This is another reason that having fire is absolutely mandatory, because you need to burn the vines off of this area, and we will come to more puzzles like that later on. So have fire. I mean, I've said that at the very beginning of the dungeon. You need fire. And if you find multiple fires, like if you can make fire or a farigga, go ahead and do it, because you will thank yourself later. So this area here isn't mandatory at all. There's just some chests in here, so I decided to come in here and grab some stuff. You can see I'm being pretty careless, just because at this point in the game I don't need to be too careful, and I suppose maybe I should be being more careful, but I have tons of food, which is why I have the food right now, so I can use it to my disposal, and it just gets the game done a lot faster for you guys in terms of recording. I don't have to run away and then, you know, like single them out. It just kind of takes too much time. These maps on their own take a really, really long time, so there's going to be 2 treasures in this little area here to the south. There's going to be that one there, and then there should be one in the northern area. There it is. That's a artifact we can pick up. I'm going to just ignore that skeleton because don't need to really defeat him, really, unless he follows me, which is annoying. I haven't really showed this off yet because I usually defeat all enemies, but enemies will usually chase you if they see you and you don't defeat them. But if you go far enough, you can see he's trying to go back. If you go far enough away from where they originally spawned, they usually just kind of get up and go away. They just kind of are just uninterested and kind of go back. But I guess just because he got stopped by that pot and couldn't go back, he's going to continue attacking me, which is annoying. Alright, so after going in that door, you're going to continue on and go south again, and this will bring us to another element that we can change. We can change it to earth. Now we can change it here, or we can change it later on, but by the end of this area, you'll want to have the earth element if you do plan on going through the stream on the other side of this area. So in here are 2 chests. That one there. There should be another one here. And there's also a Moogle home right here. Fortunately, the Moogle's like the only thing that's living in this place. Everyone else died, I guess, waiting for their caravan. So let's get a little bit of happiness and get our stamp. And we got 2 of those now, so we've almost got 3 stamps. Again, you don't really need to paint Mog. If you want to, you can paint him red and he'll cast some fire spells. It might be useful in single player mode if you want to have him help you with some obstacles or just fuse with one of your fire spells to make a more powerful spell, but there are a lot of places to get the fire spell in this area, so I don't really recommend it. I don't need it, but it's completely up to you whether you want to do that or not. Alright, so with that being done, we can now explore the northern part of this little area here, kind of after coming over like the bridge-like structure to this flat part. And then we can continue on to our second screen. Tida is a relatively big map. It just mostly takes a long time to comb through because you have to use fire spells on vines, and there's a lot of enemy kind of mobs around, and you know, it's actually really easy to get lost. As a kid playing this area, I got lost quite a bit. I don't know why. I think it's because everything kind of looks the same. So, I don't know, that was just me personally. Now that I've played this so many times, I don't get lost anymore, but take care of you. See you later. We can grab the key if we want to. And I think the bomb, when he exploded, he actually went ahead and he destroyed the vines on this one, so I'm going to place the key there, but I'm not going to go there yet. If you take a right at this point, right by where the key pedestal switches, you can go down a very, very narrow corridor, and there will be a chest at the very end, so just going to quickly make our way through here. These skeletons, I guess I didn't mention, but of course you can see it. They will put up their shields, so at that point what you can do is you can go behind them and you can attack them from behind, which is pretty successful. These guys here are just mages. All they're going to do is cast spells on you. They're very easy to defeat. You can get right in their faces and attack them. They won't attack you back because they have to go ahead and cast their spell. So that's another artifact, and with that we're ready to move on to the second part of this map by going through our door here. Okay, so this is when things get a little bit complicated and a little bit annoying. The first thing I'm going to show off is this particular looking tree here. This is very interesting. This will serve a purpose later. We can't do this side quest now, but just remember where this tree is because we will be coming back to it later. What I'm going to do before I continue is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to prepare my command list a bit better. I'm going to make myself a fire spell before going on, because if you go to the right here, you'll notice there's these cobwebs and you can't get past them, which is annoying. You can attack them, but it's not going to do you any good. You can sit here forever, just attack, and nothing's going to happen. So this is when the fire spells become useful, because you can actually go ahead and you can destroy these cobwebs. And this whole area is just a huge maze of cobwebs. So what I suggest doing is combining any fire spells you have. So I only have fire right now, which will do me good, and start to make your way through here. What we're going to do first is, out of these 3, we're going to take the kind of the northwest one to get to a treasure. This one goes nowhere, so we're not going to bother with this one. We're going to destroy this one first with fire up. We're going to quickly try to pass through here with Mog following you. Because it will grow back. With fire, it will grow back several times. With Fyra, it will only grow back twice, and with Farigga, it won't grow back at all, which is very useful. So I'm gonna go ahead and just destroy these the best I can. There we go. Break through. Being careful of enemies along the way, because I have to take the spell time to actually cast it, which is kind of annoying. I guess I haven't shown this off either. If you go ahead and light this worm on fire, it will remain on fire, and it doesn't like that fire too much, so you can see it died very easily with that fire spell. So anyways, you're going to go to the northwestern little area here, defeat these 2 enemies, and you're going to get this chest. So I'm going to quickly pass through here before it grows back, so we don't have to use our fire spell again. And then make your way back to the, I don't really know what to call them. I just call them like element changers. I don't know the official name for them, But just make your way back to basically where you started from there. And then you're going to take the southern exit, because like I said, that one has absolutely nothing. So, and this way will actually get us kind of advancing onwards, so just gonna hurry up and defeat him. I don't know, personally, I don't mind getting poisoned just because it goes away naturally. If it didn't go away, I might have a problem with it, but it goes away, so I really don't have that much of an issue with it. Alright, at this point, we're going to take the south one again. Crap, I didn't get away in time. I thought I could. And you can see he stunned me. I don't know if I've shown off getting electrocuted yet or hit by a thunder spell, but it will paralyze you. I just picked up that Blizzard Stone for no particular reason. Once you're through here, you're going to just go to the eastern one, I guess, or the right one. And we get another little switch area. Oh boy, this video is almost already 16 minutes long. It's probably going to end up being 20 just for the actual map, because this place takes so long with having to defeat all the cobwebs. It's actually really annoying. Anywho, let's go ahead and pick up our key. Destroy the cobweb first, of course. Throw that in there. And we can get 2 chests down here. Come on, go through the door. I'm gonna try to ignore these worms just because I don't feel like defeating them. It just saves some time. I can get an artifact, and we can get a tomb. Now this is what happens, or a scroll rather. This is what happens when your bag is full. Your character will pick it up, but they won't put it in their bag. They'll carry it above their head. And that pretty much signifies that your bag is full and you need to get rid of some stuff. So I'm going to get rid of the Thunder Spell. I don't even know why I picked that up. I think I did it just on accident. So I'm going to eat something to help me with some magic, get rid of some items, and I'm going to pick up a design. Alright, from here we're going to go north. There's a lot of cobwebs and it's so easy to get lost in here. It's very, very frustrating, so if you do get lost, you know, don't feel bad or anything. It's very easy to get lost in here. And then we're going to, again, just go north to this cobweb here. And this should bring us to pretty much the final chest of this little kind of puzzle area here. Soon enough. It's wedged in the very, very corner, so you gotta go north, defeat these guys, and then go north again, and it should be there. Let's see here. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Come on, Mog, hurry up. Get rid of you. I'm gonna get electrocuted. Ouch. And break through, and there should be a chest. So my directions were a little bit off. Looking at my map that I have in front of me, it looked a little bit closer, but it wasn't apparently, so that didn't help me at all. I will show you an easier way to get there though, once we get to the central room, because I feel bad for my crappy explanation, but basically, this chest, if you're having troubles finding it, is just wedged in the upper right corner of this cobweb area. It's actually very easy to find, so let's see here. Destroy that web, and then we're just going to keep going left, and that will bring us pretty much to the very, very end of this place. So we're almost done. Again, this is going to be a long video, so I'm going to ignore these guys. So, ouch, that hurt. And here we have like a central kind of hub area. So basically, if you want to find that chest that I just picked up, and you found that explanation confusing, basically just make it to the central hub area, and then just use just keep going right using those webs, and you'll be able to find it. This little area, I guess, would probably maybe be close to where the crystal was. I mean, this kind of seems like a central hub. There's going to be some hell plants here for you to defeat, if you want to defeat them for some stuff. And basically, if you want to go to the very, very kind of left side of this area, or the west side, I suppose, some more enemies for you to defeat, is a bridge, which will bring us to the boss. But basically, just continue on west from where the bridge is, There's a chest here for you to collect, and of course I can't carry it, which is a huge bummer. Let's see if I can't get rid of anything. Iron belt, that's for us, that's good. Iron armor for anyone. Raised weapon for anyone. I'm just making sure that I can actually be able to actually use my tombs. I have 2 warrior weapons, so I'm just going to destroy one of them. Of course I dropped it, which didn't help, because now I'm confused on which one I actually got, but it was miracle gloves. Alright, so that chest, and then there is one final web to break through. Just below the bridge, like, just, like, a very, like inches away from it. And this worm, like, doesn't respond until you actually get right up in its face. I don't know why that is, but you can easily, like, surprise this guy by using a fire attack, but I thought I could sneak past him. Anywho. Those are all the chests in this area. And once we cross that bridge, we'll be able to get to our boss. So I tried to speed it up near the end because I realized how much video time this was taking. So sorry about that, guys. I don't think you need a key. I think you can just waltz right in. Or you do need a key. Ah, my mistake. Either way, one of these worms will have the key, so I'm just gonna defeat one of them and see which one has it. God damn it. Stupid poison. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, put that in there, heal myself up, get my action command list, or my command list, ready, and I will see you guys in the next video when we will defeat the boss of Tida. See you all then.